All right, in this image, I want to add an outer glow to the logo here, Hansel and Petal. The logo's a little bit dark. I want it to pop off from the background a little bit. So let's learn how to do that. Let's first select the layer that we want to go ahead and add the effect to. It's in the logo group. So I'm going to turn down the twisty for that particular group. And I'm going to select the name layer. From the effects icon at the bottom of the layers panel, I'm going to pop that open by clicking and choosing outer glow. Now by default, the outer glow is a particular light shade of yellow. Of course, we can go ahead and change that color if we want to. First, I'm going to go ahead and change the size. I want it to be a little bit softer and go farther out from the edge. So you can see I got a pretty nice effect there with just moving that size slider. Now I want the yellow to be a specific shade of yellow. I want it to match the ampersand color there. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the color chip in the layer style dialog box right here. Go ahead and click on that. And then to get to that specific color, I'll move my mouse outside the dialog box. It turns into an eyedropper. And I can click right there on the ampersand to sample that specific color. Go ahead and click OK. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, I'm not sure that text is working for me as being black text. Now, if you take a look at the layers panel and move this dialog box out of the way for a second, you'll see that this is not actually a text layer. This is a logo that came in from Illustrator. It was placed as a smart object, so it's still vector, but it's not editable type within Photoshop. If I want to edit that text, I need to go back over to Illustrator to do that. Now, the reason I brought this in as a logo from Illustrator for this training title here is I couldn't guarantee that you had this font installed on your machine. So that's why I brought it in as a piece of artwork. But that said, how do I change the color? Like if it was just a text layer, I could just change the color of text. Well, I'm going to give you a bonus tip here. If you use the color overlay effect, it's right here in the layer style dialog box. I'm going to go ahead and turn that on by clicking on the name color overlay. That switches you to the settings for that effect. I can turn it on and off by clicking its check mark. You can see the default color for color overlay is red, not what we want here, obviously. But you'll notice that what color overlay does is it just automatically colorizes all the pixels on a given layer to a solid color. And it still honors the transparent area, so it doesn't fill the whole layer with that color. Only the pixels on that layer get colored. So very handy, especially if you want to recolor flat artwork that came in from Illustrator, let's say. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the red color chip, and that pops open the color picker, and I'm going to go ahead and make it white. And go ahead and click OK. To me, it looks a lot stronger as the text being white instead of black with that glow. Go ahead and click OK. And you can see now this particular layer, the name layer, has two effects applied to it. And again, you see the FX icon indicating that there are effects applied. You can collapse that down so you don't see the individual effects listed. And if I click on it again, they both come up. And then you can turn on and off. So we can actually compare that color overlay effect to see if we prefer the black or the white text. I'm going to go ahead and click on the eye next to color overlay. And you can see there it is as black. Click again, and there it is as white. So these are all non-destructive. You can change them at any time. And it just makes it really quick and flexible to experiment and just get that exact look you're looking for.